Peter Higgs was born on May 29, 1929, in Newcastle upon Tyne, a city in the north of England. He grew up in a family that loved science. His father was a teacher, and his mother was very interested in music. From a young age, Peter enjoyed learning about the world around him. He was curious and asked many questions. He liked reading books about science and physics, a subject that fascinated him. When Peter was older, he went to university to study physics. He attended the University of Edinburgh in Scotland. At the university, he worked very hard and learned a lot. After finishing his degree, Peter stayed at the university to do research. This was a special time in science. Many scientists were trying to understand how everything in the universe worked. They wanted to know what made things move, what gave objects mass, and how forces like gravity worked. During his research, Peter started thinking about a very important question: why do some particles have mass while others do not? Mass is the amount of matter in an object, and it is what makes things heavy. For example, a rock has mass, and it is heavy, but light, like a photon, does not have mass. Peter wanted to find out how particles get their mass. At that time, many scientists were working on similar problems, but they did not have the answer. Peter had an idea that might explain this mystery. He thought that there might be a special kind of energy field, called the Higgs field, that gave particles mass. He imagined that this field was everywhere in the universe. Particles could move through it, and depending on how they interacted with the field, they would gain mass. This idea was very important. It could help explain why some particles are heavy and others are not. However, it was not easy to prove. Peter Higgs and a few other scientists worked on this idea for many years, but they could not find any direct evidence for the Higgs field. Still, they believed it was real. In the 1960s, Peter wrote a paper about his idea. In this paper, he explained how the Higgs field could work and how it could give mass to particles. This idea was important because it helped explain the Standard Model of particle physics. The Standard Model is a theory that describes the basic particles in the universe and how they interact with each other. The Higgs field was the missing part of the puzzle. Although Peter's idea was brilliant, it was not immediately accepted by everyone in the scientific community. Many scientists did not believe in the Higgs field because they had no direct evidence for it. They thought it was just a theory. But Peter never gave up. He continued to work on his ideas and talked to other scientists about the importance of the Higgs field. Years went by, and Peter's idea slowly gained more attention. In the 1980s and 1990s, more and more scientists began to understand how important the Higgs field was. They realized that it could help explain many mysteries about how particles work. But there was still one big problem: no one had found the Higgs boson, the particle that is connected to the Higgs field. The Higgs boson is like a tiny piece of the Higgs field. It is the particle that scientists were searching for to prove that the Higgs field really exists. Without finding this particle, scientists could not say for sure that the Higgs field was real. The search for the Higgs boson became one of the biggest challenges in science. In 2008, scientists at a huge laboratory called CERN in Switzerland built a very powerful machine called the Large Hadron Collider (LHC). This machine was the largest and most expensive particle accelerator in the world. It could smash particles together at very high speeds, allowing scientists to study what happens when particles collide. The hope was that by using the LHC, they could find the Higgs boson. The search for the Higgs boson was very difficult. Many scientists worked together for years, using the LHC to look for evidence of the particle. They studied the data carefully, and after many years of work, they finally found a signal that suggested the Higgs boson had been discovered. This was an exciting moment in science. The discovery of the Higgs boson was announced in July 2012. The scientists at CERN had found the particle that Peter Higgs had predicted almost 50 years earlier. The discovery of the Higgs boson was a huge success for science. It confirmed Peter Higgs' idea about the Higgs field and showed that his theory was correct. Scientists around the world celebrated the discovery because it answered a very important question about how the universe works. The Higgs boson helped complete the standard model of particle physics, and it opened the door for new discoveries in science. Peter Higgs became famous because of his groundbreaking work. He received many awards and honors for his contribution to science. In 2013, he and François Englert, another scientist who had worked on the same idea, were awarded the Nobel Prize in Physics for their discovery of the Higgs mechanism. The Nobel Prize was a recognition of their hard work and the importance of their discovery. Even though Peter was now famous, he remained humble and focused on his work. He continued to teach and do research at the University of Edinburgh. He was always excited to learn more and to help students understand the mysteries of the universe. Peter Higgs' discovery of the Higgs boson changed the way scientists think about the universe. It showed how important ideas in science can lead to discoveries that change the world. His work is a reminder that sometimes, even when the answer seems far away, persistence and hard work can lead to great breakthroughs. Today, the Higgs boson continues to be studied by scientists. They want to learn more about how it works and how it fits into the larger picture of the universe. Peter Higgs' idea has opened up new questions and possibilities for future research. His work has shown that science is an ongoing journey, with new discoveries always just around the corner.